is the Columbia B4. Surprisingly, the conditions have lessened off from that last race. That last race was the worst conditions of the day. Just swirling winds moving from a head to a crosshead to a pure port side blast. And we're feeling gusts now. Generally the first 500 is the easiest. It's going to be a heavy race out there.
We just want to remind you that this race is brought to you by Putz Perfect Pastries up in Poughkeepsie, New York. They have a deep connection to this B&C4 contest. So we want to thank them for all their support and all the perfect pastries back at the Princeton Boathouse, waiting after this final race of the morning.
Indeed, indeed. All right, just looking for final alignment and points. Flag is up, flag is down, and we're off. Columbia's B4 is in the nearest lane to the shore. That's lane 1. Princeton's B and C's in the outside lanes. Princeton's B4 in lane 2. Clearly out to a lead by 1 seat as we cross the breakage zone. Princeton looking good. Princeton looking composed. Really has been the story of today. All the open weight races for women's, the Princeton boats have just been dominant from the beginning, composed the whole time. Just looking long and strong.
Right now, about 250 meters gone, it is the Princeton B4 sitting up a length on both the Princeton C4 and Columbia B4, who are level.
And the Lions are trying to take a move now. They're trying to push back into the Princeton B4. Princeton maintaining their lead. Princeton C4 has been able to hang with the Columbia B4. That is a testament to the open weight women's depth of their team and the strength among all ranks.
Tiger B4 has now stretched it out to open on the field with the Tiger C4 neck and neck with this Columbia B4.
Wind is picking up a little bit, but it's not stopping the open weight B4 from walking away. Lions walking away from the Princeton C4 now, about 3 seats up. Princeton B4 still ahead with open as we cross the 750 meter in mark. Princeton C4 doing a great job hanging with the Lions B. Meanwhile, Princeton B continues to move ahead, several lengths of open. Princeton B through the 1,000-meter mark. And Princeton C is making a move, trying to walk ahead of Columbia B. And they are moving. One seat down. Now they're level. Now Princeton C has one seat. Now back to even. Columbia is pushing back. A very tense race, very, very even. And Princeton C is moving. They are moving away from Columbia B. 3 seats ahead. Right now the race course is opened up. The wind is beginning to swirl every which way. Tough conditions for sure. Princeton C maintaining that lead. 3 seats now to 4. Struggling in the inclement weather. Princeton C is now bow deck to stern deck. And they're going for open water. What a move by Princeton C. Meanwhile, Princeton B moving away. Dominant since the beginning. This was really a fantastic job by the Princeton Tigers. Very stiff gusts. We are now seeing white caps. Ooh. Very rough conditions indeed. Princeton B seems to be unfazed as they move through the 500 to go. Quite a lot of splashing happening in these tough conditions. Columbia B and Princeton C both moving at the same speed now, but Princeton C is up by open water. Now the wind definitely is coming from the port side. Both Princeton boats are elongating their leads on the Columbia B. Princeton B has been composed since the first stroke of this race, and it looks no different as they enter the red buoys. Once again, this is truly a testament to the depth of the Princeton Openweight women's team. The fact that their C4 is doing so well. This is the final race for the Princeton Openweight women's. Every single race has been theirs. They have been dominant since the first stroke. Princeton B entering their last 10 strokes. As the winds pick up for a final time. Some very, very strong gusts here at the end. And Princeton B is through. Princeton C is up by open water. They are coming on their last 15 strokes. at the end during their sprint, and Princeton C is through. Columbia to follow. And Columbia is through. Once again, this race is brought to you by Putz Pastries in Poughkeepsie. Please enjoy our plentiful cannolis back at the boathouse after the race. Celebration is in order. Princeton Openweight Women's has swept. Good day.